guys, welcome to our channel. So this is not the last video of our trip. We haven't edited some of our videos. So our vlog for today is about my impressions of Denmark. Okay, so let's start. So I have a copy here. Okay, so number one is about the people there. So I wasn't expect that they are like us Filipinos who is so hospitable and welcoming. So um, the family of Tim really take care of us and they prepared a lot of foods. So when we arrived from the airport, all of them was waiting for us outside. So I was so happy and grateful, of course, because the family of Tim was so really nice, and the sister of Tim prepared also breakfast for us. So when we went to Mama as well, the mother of Tim, is like they prepared food for us as well, into the father of Tim. So they're really so who welcoming like us.
Yeah, I think my mother prepared something special for you,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah?
and I wasn't expect as well. Also, the sister of Tim that they prepared. Guess what? Mango. Yes, they prepared mango for me, and Mama prepared also vinegar from Philippines. She bought it from, I don't know, maybe it's like a Philippine store or what.
Special
Yes.
store, yeah.
Number two is their food.
Mm.
So yes, their food is it's a rarely that you can find a rice there. So we eat in the, I don't know.
I think the first day we arrived, we walked around a bit, and then we found a classical Danish restaurant that had like a very long.
Oh yeah,
Very long
that's in
menu.
my video. A long menu. It's like what? It's really long.
Yeah, and that's the open sandwich. That was the open sandwich.
Oh yes, they have the open sandwich. So in like a sandwich, you just like put ham,
First, the base is rye bread,
rye bread.
and then some butter, and then you
Mhm.
put salmon on there.
Yes,
or
yes. Or the small prawns, something
Small
like. And then what's
prawns.
you call the mayonnaise? Is that your mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise too, yeah.
Oh no, what is the one that you're always putting?
The butter maybe.
No, yeah, I don't know.
We can investigate that. But then it's true. It's hard to come by rice compared to Singapore or Asia. But there's a good air place by Nørrebro station that we went to 2 times,
Yes.
just because Vena needed to recharge on rice.
Yes, and guys, Mama cooked adobo for me too. She tried to cook adobo
Yeah.
and rice because I really miss rice. Yes, and number three, the transportation.
Transportation, yes.
Okay, guys, what I want to say about the transportation is really difficult. So I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
it's true. So it's not like in the Philippines or in Singapore that it's closed the station, or we have a lot of bus, we have a lot of cars, and in Philippines tricycles and jeepneys. So anywhere you can have your transport, but in Denmark it's really difficult. So when you get a taxi, it's so expensive.
Yeah, I think a taxi from the airport to my brother's house, which is like not that far away, it should be like 30 minutes ride. I think it cost me 800 kroner, so that is like 180 Sing dollars, and that ride would probably cost like $30 in Singapore. So taxis aren't for rich people. Basically, you have to have money to
Oh, my hair.
use taxis. And then also the trains. I mean, Denmark is also bigger than Singapore, and I mean the landmass is bigger. So when you go to the province, you very often have to change trains, or you have to get someone to pick you up. So it can feel a little bit more complicated. There's one good tip here for you guys traveling.
Yeah, like,
There's a service called GoMore, where you can ride with other people. We didn't get to do that, but it's a much cheaper option if you are looking to travel in Denmark on a budget. GoMore is the way to go.
yes. Okay, number four is the weather. Yeah, it is colder than I thought, because Tim told me that it's their summer. So of course I thought that it's not that cold, but when we arrive, it's like I don't know if like 8 or 10 degrees Celsius. Well, yeah, because it's raining. But and the other day it's still the same, but the warmest Celsius that I experienced was maybe 18 or 16.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's still cold for me as well because I'm from Asia. I'm from Philippines, so it's still cold as well for me. Then number 5, it's bikings. So they have a lot of bicycles, plenty of bicycles,
Yeah.
and they have also like bicycle lane.
Cargo bicycle lanes, yeah, and
Yes,
also
yes, yes.
we also have a lot of cargo bikes in Denmark. So cars are really expensive in Denmark. So many people, they choose to not have a car, and then they have a bicycle instead. And if they have to transport their children or groceries, they use a cargo bike as a big bike that has like a kind of a compartment in front where you can sit or where you can put some groceries. So biking is a big deal in Denmark, and it's a good exercise, but it's also because the cars are expensive.
Yeah, so number 6 is their light evenings. I was surprised because I want to sleep, and then when I'm looking, when I look outside, it's like what? It's like it's like 4 p.m., which is it's already 9 or 10 p.m. So like
Yeah, so the light feels like it's in the afternoon, but it's 10 p.m. right? So
yes.
we have some very light evenings here in the summer, but in the winter it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come here in the winter, you'll experience a lot of darkness. So that's why some people here in Denmark or here in Scandinavia are depressed in the evenings or in the
Number 7 is
the winters.
Number 7 is prices. So the money of Denmark, they use kroner. So guys, Denmark is one of the expensive country. So it's not a budget destination if you want to travel there. So
You can do some things if you want to travel in Denmark on a budget. You can don't eat out and buy groceries instead. Maybe stay with a friend. There's some tricks you can do to make it cheaper, but it is quite expensive. But groceries are not that bad, but eating out is very expensive compared to say Singapore.
so yes, it's not that it's not confusing for me because it's like our $1 Singapore dollar is 4.90 or like 5 kroners in Denmark, so it's easy for us to count how much we spend. But of course, we're not that we're not a traveler who spend a lot. We're not the traveler as well who spend less. So we're only
In the middle, yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Because of course, if you want to travel, you need to see as well the things that it may fits in your budget. It's not that you just travel into a fancy thing, or like you go to fancy restaurant, or you book a lot of grabs or cars. Of course, it's nice as well to to walk or to bike,
yeah.
just to see the city.
Yeah.
Yes. And number 8 is silence. So yeah, when I arrive on the airport, it's not like Asia as well that it's crowded. It's a lot of people. So of course, even in the cities or in the streets, I asked him that where is the people here? Yeah, I always ask them where's the people here? Why there's no people? So yeah, maybe that's them. They love to they're comfortable of being silent maybe.
Yeah. Also, when we take the train, you notice that there's like a silent area of the train, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a people, they kind of pressure silence.
Yes.
In Scandinavia. So yeah, that's different.
Yes. And guys, their trains and buses here, they have a lot of Wi-Fi, so don't worry about Wi-Fi's. The number 10 as well is very walkable. It's like as I told you a while ago, that it's really good if you will bike or if you will walk around the city, because car is expensive, so you can see a lot of nice places in Denmark.
Yeah.
Parks, what else?
It feels nice to walk around, where sometimes Singapore can be really hot, and also the area. Many areas in Singapore are very charming, but other areas are more like just a bunch of big houses, right? So in that sense, Copenhagen is more walkable, and it's more exciting to walk there, and the temperature also allows you to walk without breaking a sweat. So walking is great in Copenhagen.
So what we advise to you guys is we traveled a lot. Tim and me traveled a lot. So what we advise is it's better to walk than to take their transportation or take a car, go to the place that you want. It's better to walk because that's how you become a real traveler. You can see a lot of places and
Yeah.
views in the place that you want to visit. So as you can see to our videos, we have a lot. We had a lot of place that we visited because we walk a lot. So believe it or not, we walk like 4 or 5 hours sometimes. Even it's raining, we still manage to walk and to see all the places because that's
Yeah.
how we travel.
It's a more charming way to travel than just being transported all the time. So
Yes.
if you walk outside, especially if the weather allows it, and even if the weather is bad, you can use an umbrella, right? So I think walking is a better option if you want to explore Copenhagen.
Yes, and number 10 is their colorful buildings. So they had a lot of buildings who had a have a paint.
Yeah, it was painted like in bright colors, like bright pink or yellow, and
Yes.
yeah,
It's not only the colorful buildings, guys, but of course the building itself. It's like when we arrive in Denmark, and then of course we walk. I told to Tim that, oh my gosh, your building here is so nice. Then he told me that some of the buildings was like 100 years or
100 years old or more.
Oh yeah.
And they're very beautiful, and like they have ornaments on them, and
Yes.
they're not just built fast. Sometimes in Asia you have a lot of buildings that are. We have a lot of buildings that are built fast,
Yes.
but these buildings have a lot of ornaments, and they're just easy on the eye.
Yes, and you can understand what we're talking right now when you watch all our videos because all the top 10 impressions was on those videos. So, okay, guys.
Thank you guys. That was our Vena's impressions of Denmark.
Yes.
So make sure to comment down below and thumbs up and subscribe
and
as well.
don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thank you.
Take care,
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.